Hello students, today we are going to discuss and work out the sample paper. So here we are going to discuss about the section formula and area of the triangle for collinearity condition which belongs to the coordinate geometry. Also, we are going to see the nature of the roots in the quadratic equation and its condition. So using this condition, we are going to find out the unknown value. Also, we are going to use the theorem length of tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. We are going to use this theorem in the problem to prove the following cases. Let us see now. Today, we are going to discuss about the sample paper 2017 important questions. Problem number 1. If the roots of the equation a squared plus b squared into x squared minus 2 into ac plus bd into x plus c squared plus d squared is equal to 0 are equal, prove that a by b is equal to c by d. So this question belongs to the quadratic equation since you have x power 2. Now he is talking about the roots of the equation are real. I am going to write the three conditions to find the roots of this quadratic equation. The first condition, b squared minus 4ac, that is finding the nature of the roots. When this answer is greater than 0, I can say that the roots of the equation are real and distinct. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, the roots are real and equal roots. When b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then we have no real roots. So I am going to use this condition in the problem. See, he has given the roots of this equation are equal. So I am going to use the condition b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. Since I am writing in capital letters, because my equation is in terms of small a and small b, I am using the capital A and capital B for this condition. So I am going to pick up what is b from this equation. B is equal to the coefficient of x. So I have minus of 2 into, along with the sign you have to take, minus 2 into AC plus BD, where capital A, that is your coefficient of x squared, we have a squared plus b squared. Now C, which is the constant term, that is without this x, you have x squared coefficient A and x coefficient B, constant is C. So C is c squared plus d squared. I am going to substitute this in the formula where I have b squared is 2 into AC plus BD, the entire square, minus 4 into a value is a squared plus b squared and c value is c squared plus d squared, and this condition is equal to 0 since the roots are equal. Now I am going to expand this. Minus 2 the whole square becomes 4. Now this square, it is of the form a plus b the whole square. I am using the identity a plus b the whole square. So a squared plus b squared plus 2ab minus of 4. I am going to multiply a binomial into a binomial. So I will be getting minus of, so I am going to multiply everything along with this 4. 4a squared into c squared. I will be getting 4a squared c squared. Again 4a squared along with the d squared. I will be getting plus, since I have taken minus, I am writing plus inside, 4a squared d squared. Again 4 with b squared with c squared, I will be getting 4b squared c squared plus the last one 4b squared with the d squared, 4b squared d squared, so which is equal to 0. I am writing the condition. Now I am just multiplying everything inside. So I will be getting 4a squared. I am multiplying each and every terms with my 4. I will be getting this expression, and this minus, I am taking this entire expression to my right hand side. So minus along with this expression, when it goes right hand side, I will be getting everything is in terms of plus. So I will be getting 4a squared c squared plus 4a squared d squared plus 4b squared c squared plus 4b squared d squared. I have the left hand side 4a squared c squared plus 8ab CD. Now I find 4a squared c squared and 4b squared d squared. When I am taking this two expression to the other side, both the terms comes in a negative sign, where I have positive 4a squared c squared, and if this goes, it becomes minus, so plus and minus gets cancelled. And similarly b squared d squared, b squared, so plus and minus gets cancelled. I have remaining 8abcd and 4a squared d squared plus 4b squared d squared. I am going to take this to the right side. So my left side becomes 0. So which is equal to 4a squared d squared plus 4b squared c squared plus becomes minus. So I have 8abcd. So this is of the form a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. 2ab. So I will be getting a as in terms of 4a squared d squared. I am going to write this in terms of 2ad minus. So since it talks about minus 2ab, so I am going to use identity a minus b the whole square. So I am writing b squared as 2bc. So I am going to see check whether this expression holds this expansion. So a squared minus b a minus b the whole square. So I get expansion a squared is 4a squared d squared plus expansion of b squared is 4b squared c squared minus of 2ab. So 2 into 2 4 into formula you have 2. So you will have 8 and ab you have abcd. So this holds this formula. So since this expansion to the power of square is equal to 0, so which implies 2ad minus of 2bc is equal to 0. So in this case, I am going to take 2ad, 2bc to the other side, it becomes plus 2bc. So 2 gets cancelled. I will be having AD is equal to BC. So bring this B to the other side and D to the right side. I will be getting A divided by C, which is equal to B. When D goes that side, it comes under denominator. So I proved that A by C is equal to B by D. Second problem, if the points A, k plus 1, 2k, B, 3k, 2k plus 3, C, 5k minus 1, 5k are collinear, find k. Since he is talking about the points x and y, that is your ordered pair, he is given in ordered pair where it denotes the x coordinate and y coordinate. It belongs to the coordinate geometry. So he has given the points A, B, C. You need to find, he has given the points where in collinear, you need to find the value of k. So we know that if the points A, B, C in coordinate geometry, where if the points lies on the same line, you know that area of the triangle is equal to 0. So where you will be having the area of the triangle as x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. For coordinate geometry, you have the area of the triangle as this expression, which becomes 0 when the points are collinear. So using this expression, using this formula, I am going to substitute the points x, y here in order to find out the value of k. So he is talking about x1, x2, x3. I am calling the A point x coordinate as x1 and y coordinate as y1 and B point x2, y2 and C point x3, y3. So I am going to substitute all this x coordinates of A, B, C and y coordinates of A, B, C in my formula. So first let us substitute x1, x2, x3. I will be having k plus 1 and leaving some space here, where x2 you will be having 3k plus x3 you have 5k minus 1. Now I am going to substitute y2 minus y3. y2 is 2k plus 3 minus of y3 you have 5k. Next, y3 minus of y1. y3 I have 5k minus y1 is 2k. So again you have y1 minus y2. y1 is 2k minus of y2. You have 2k plus 3. There are two terms here. I am going to write inside with the bracket. So I am just equating. So I am writing this as is equal to 0. So he has given the area of the triangle formula. Since it is collinear, this area of the triangle is equal to, that is becomes 0. Using this, I am going to find the value of k. Just now, I am expanding and simplifying here. I have 2k minus 5k. You have minus 3k plus 3. Constant 3. Plus again 3k. And inside the bracket 5k minus 2k, 3k. Again plus the third expression 5k minus 1 into I have 2k and I am going to multiply this minus inside my bracket. I will have 2k and plus into minus, minus 3 which is equal to 0. So here we should not forget to put is equal to 0. Since my condition is equal to 0, I have to carry over this equality along with the 0 for the entire expression. I have plus 2k minus 2k gets cancelled. I will be having, I am going to multiply k with each and every term inside the bracket. So k into minus 3k, I will be having minus 3k square. Next, k with plus 3, I will have 3k plus 3k. Again, second with the all the terms inside the bracket, plus 1 minus 3k minus 3k, plus 1 plus 3 plus 3. Again, second one plus 3k into 3k, it becomes 9k squared. Again, you have 5k plus minus 1 into minus 3 is left over here. I am going to multiply each and every term with minus 3. 5k into minus 3, I will be having minus 15k and minus 1 into minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So now you see the like terms here. First let us simplify. Plus k minus plus 3k minus 3k. Remaining I have minus 3k squared. So I'm just clubbing together minus 3k squared plus 9k squared. It is like terms together. Plus 3 plus into minus, minus 15k, again plus 3 is equal to 0. So here I have minus 3k squared plus 9k squared which becomes 6k squared and minus 15k plus 3 it becomes plus 6 is equal to 0. Since everything belongs to the multiples of 3, I am dividing entire equation by 3, that is all terms by 3. I will be getting 2k squared minus 5k plus 2 which is equal to 0. So I am going to use a splitting up of its middle term. Since this represents the quadratic equation, I want to find the value of k. I am using the splitting up of its middle term. So this middle term, I am just splitting it as 2k squared minus of 4k minus k. Minus 4k minus k, I will be getting minus 5k plus 2 is equal to 0. Since I have 4 terms, grouping 2 terms together in order to find out the value of k. The first bracket, I have the common multiple. So I am taking the common terms outside. 2k into k minus 2. I am taking 2k outside, remaining will be k minus 2, and the second bracket I have minus k plus 2. Since in second bracket you have the first sign as minus, I have to take the minus outside. So minus, there are no common multiples, I am taking it as 1. So minus 1, this minus goes off, I will be having plus k, and in this plus sign I have 2 minus. 1 minus, I am taking it outside, I will be having minus 2. So which is equal to 0. So this I am writing further 2k minus 1 into k minus 2 which is equal to 0, which resembles. So 2k minus 1 is equal to 0, comma k minus 2 is equal to 0. Hence I get k is equal to half. For this k is equal to 2. So I got 2 roots for k value. Third problem. How many terms of an AP? 9, 17, 25 and so on must be taken to give a sum of 636. So in this problem, it belongs to the arithmetic progression. He has given the sequence and he was telling you that he has taken some numbers whose sum belongs to, whose sum gives a total of 636. He needs to find out the number of terms where it is taken to give a sum of 636. That is, if you see the problem, how many terms, remember that you need to find out your n value. So I am going to write the sequence now. So now 7, 9, 17, 25 and so on. First I am going to write the first term which is called as A1 or A. So I am taking it as A as 9 and I need to find the common difference. Since the sequence is an AP, my common difference can be found out by subtracting A2 minus of A1, that is second term minus of the first term, which is equal to 17 minus of 9 is 8. Now I need to use the sum of 636. I am just writing this as Sn, which is equal to 636. I am going to use a formula where we studied the Sn formula as n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I am going to use this formula here where Sn, he has given the total sum as 636. So my right hand side expression n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, which is given as 636. Substituting the value of a and d in order to find out my value of n, where a is 9, d is 8. So n by 2 as it is, a value was 9, 9 2s are 18 plus n minus 1 into d value was 8, which is equal to 636. Now I am going to take the common terms from the inside my bracket. I have 18 and 8. So the common number n by 2 into, I am going to take the 2 as common, where you have 9 plus n minus 1 into 4, which is equal to 636. 2 gets cancelled. N into 9 plus n minus 1 into 4, which is equal to 636. Further, if I expand, I am multiplying n with 9, I will get 9n. Now, n minus 1 into 4, if I expand, I will be getting 4n. Along with this n, it becomes plus 4n squared. Again, 4 into minus 1, minus 4 into n, I will be getting minus 4n. So, which is equal to 636. So, further simplifying the like terms, I will be getting 4n squared plus 5n, and bringing this 636 to the other side becomes minus 636 equal to 0. So I brought this in terms of the quadratic expression. I'm going to find the value of n by splitting up of its middle term. I will be getting 4n squared plus 5n. So I am using the PSF method, that is the coefficient of n squared is multiplied with C term, and I am going to find the factor such that those factors, if I add or subtract, I will be getting the middle term. So this you have learnt in the previous class. I am going to use this splitting up of its middle term now. I am writing plus 53n minus of 48n. So if I simplify, I will be getting plus 5n. So I have splitted up the middle term as plus 53n minus 48n minus 636 equal to 0. Now I am going to join this together. 4n squared minus of 48n and plus 53n minus of 636 is equal to 0. I have 4 terms grouping up of 2. I will be getting this first expression 4n squared minus 48n, and the second bracket as plus 53n minus 636. Now I am going to take the common numbers outside. So I will be getting 4 into, so I am taking again n also, so I will be having 4n into, so where n minus of 12, and the second bracket plus 53n, I am going to take plus 53 into, I will be having n minus, so I have 636 as 53 into 12, 53 taking outside, remaining will be 12, which is equal to 0. Now I have 4n plus 53 into n minus 12, which is equal to 0. So where I got n value as one bracket, I will be getting n is equal to minus 53 by 4, and the other I got n is equal to 12. Since I talk about the number of terms here, it cannot be a positive value, so this is not eligible. So my nth term, that is number of terms, n is equal to 12. That is, if you take the 12 terms number, you will get the sum of 636. Fourth problem, in what ratio does the point 24 by 11 comma y divides the line segment joining the points P and Q whose coordinates are 2 comma minus 2 and 3 comma 7. Find the value of y. So I have drawn a line segment PQ where I am plotted the points 2 comma minus 2 and 3 comma 7. So I am naming this point as R. So this R point, he has given the x and y coordinate as 24 by 11 comma y. It divides the line segment in the ratio. I am taking the ratio as m is to n. I need to find the value of y, that is y coordinate of R. So we are going to use a section formula. Since he is talking about the word ratio, I am going to use a section formula where we studied the section formula, that is we need to find the value of x and y coordinate. We use this formula here. So section formula where x coordinate of this point can be found out by using m into x2 plus n x1 by m plus n. Similarly, y coordinate of this point can be found out m y2 plus n y1 divided by m plus n. But here my x coordinate has been given. I need to find the y coordinate. So anyway, I am going to substitute those points here to find out the value of y. I am calling this P point as x1, y1, Q point as x2, y2. Now I am going to use the section formula here where my point P of R of 24 by 11 comma y, where this can be called as capital X and y, that is x coordinate, y coordinate of R. So I need to write the formula for x and y, where the capital x coordinate can be found out by using m x2 plus n x1 by m plus n. So I am going to write x1 as 2, y1 as minus 2, x2 3, y2 7, m x2, so which is equal to m into x2 is 3 plus n into 2 by m plus n, where my x is given as 24 by 11. So which can be written as 3m plus 2n, 3m plus 2n divided by m plus n. So I am writing here 3m plus 2n divided by m plus n, which is equal to 24 by 11. So cross multiplying, I will be getting 11 into 3m plus 2n. So I am multiplying 33m plus 22n, which is equal to m plus n with 24. I will be getting 24m plus 24n. Now I am taking m to the left side and n to the right side. So 33 minus of 24, 33m minus 24n, taking other side. n. So 33m minus 24n m, which is equal to 9m, which is equal to 24 minus 22, 2n. I need to find out my ratio m by n. So n comes to the left side. I will be getting m divided by n, and 2 keeping as it is, taking this 9 to the other side, 9. So I got m is to n is equal to 2 is to 9. Now I am going to use my m-n ratio in my y coordinate, where y coordinate I can use as capital Y is equal to m y2, where y2 is 7, that is into 7, plus n into y1 is minus 2 divided by m plus n. So further this can be expressed as 7m minus of 2n divided by m plus n. Now I am going to substitute m1 in the ratio. 219 here, 7 2s are 14, minus of 2 into 9, 18 divided by 2 plus 9, I will be getting 11. So which is equal to 14 minus 18 minus 4 by 11. So I got my y coordinate as, fifth problem, a circle touches all the four sides of the quadrilateral ABCD. Show that AB plus CD is equal to BC plus DA. So it is otherwise called as a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle, which means that a circle which is drawn inside the quadrilateral touching the four sides at the point PQRS. Now I need to prove AB plus CD is equal to BC plus AD. So here I am going to use the tangents to a circle, since it deals with the circle and you have the external points here A, B, C, D, where this external point, that is A, from A we see that the two lines drawn to touch a circle. So this belongs to the tangents to a circle. So I am going to use the theorem, the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So I am going to take all the four vertices as an external point, where this four vertices touches a circle at the point PQRS. So first case, coming to the solution, I am going to write the concept of this, that is your theorem, where it is given that tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So when I talk about the point A, whose external, that is external point A, where the tangents AP and AS, the length of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So I get AP is equal to AS, calling this as equation 1. Now going to the other vertex B, I have the tangents BP and BQ, where these two tangents are drawn from this external point B. So I got this theorem, tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So I will be getting BP is equal to BQ, calling this as 2. Now coming to the point C, I have CR and CQ. So I am writing CR is equal to CQ, calling this as equation 3. This depends upon the above theorem. Now coming to the point D, I have DR is equal to DS, calling this as 4. All these 4 equations related to the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Now I am adding all 4 equations. We get, I am writing the left hand side together, AP plus BP plus CR plus DR, which is equal to right side AS plus BQ plus CQ plus DS. Now I am joining this together and this together. So I find that AP plus PB, I will be getting the line segment AB plus CR plus DR CD, which is equal to, now I am just going to club AS with DS and BQ with CQ. Now AS plus DS, I get AD plus BQ plus CQ is equal to BC. Hence I derived AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. Hope you understood the section formula which is used to find out the point which divides a line segment in the given ratio m:n. Also, we used the area of the triangle which is x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2, which is equal to 0 for collinearity condition. Also, we have seen the length of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Using this theorem in the problem, we have proved the following cases.